Hey, Gripaholics, this is Jedd Johnson. They call me Napalm, King of Pinch, and this is episode 122 of This Week in Grip, and I'm joined this week by both the esteemed Alan Hynek, Esquire, and James Rodriguez, Professor Crowbar. Gentlemen, welcome to the show today. I hope everybody's doing well. James, I know you're driving. You be sure to be safe, and Alan is revving up his laptop. We're going to be talking about our own personal goals today, but we also want to know what your personal goals are, and we want to talk about the cool stuff that you guys have planned in your training for the year 2020, so make sure to post them in the comments section down below. On top of that, make sure that you give the video a like, hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe so that you get notified. Get that bell, hit that bell real hard too, so that you're notified every single time a new episode of This Week in Grip comes out. So, gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started with our 2020 goals episode of This Week in Grip.
Sounds good.
Alan, James, who would like to go first?
Yes.
I'm going last.
I am chomping at the bit to go.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll just put it that way. Because I have goals that I'm absolutely 100% hitting this year, and that's all. I mean, because I listened to the goals and predictions episode from last year, and I probably hit about half of them. Some of them are carrying over to this year. Others, like, one of them that I'm definitely abandoning is the trying to do 10 rows with no strap with 200-pound dumbbell. I've been able to make it up into the 180s, and no, it's just not going to happen. Like everything I've tried to throw at it, it just seems like that is my ceiling. And to think that 200 pounds just I'm not saying it's not possible for other people. I'm sure there's plenty of bigger, stronger guys that can do it, but I don't know. I'm at least temporarily throwing in the towel on that one. But my goal this year, and the primary number one goal, is the inch, and I want to do it by the spring. I'm loading up. Richard Soren had sent me his loadable inch dumbbell trainer, and I'm doing holds over 160 with it. Loaded up sort of pro style with 10-pound plates. But I'm just not there yet. And my goal is to sort of just gradually micro-load my way up to hopefully I can do it when I'm around 172. If not, I'll go up to whatever I have to. But I'm lifting the inch this year.
You got to be close, though. The holds with 160 now. I would think you'd be close.
Yeah. I mean, my best hold last week was about 8 seconds. With it, I had to load up to 160.15. That was 2 weeks ago, actually. And last week I loaded it up to just under 162, right around 162. So, I don't know. I've heard people say that with the pro style dumbbell, they don't have to get to 172. That they can lift the inch before they get there. But I've hit other milestones that are supposed to be inch lifts, like 100 pounds on the wrist wrench. And, I just, I don't know. Like, I'm not counting my chickens until I actually lift up the damn Thomas inch dumbbell. That is goal number one. But I only have 3 this year. That is goal number 1.
All right, well, that's good, James. The pro style, you're talking about the thing where, like, the thing bolts down really, really tight on the ends? Is that what you're talking about there? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I had the right device. Yeah.
And, like, what I've been doing is holds with that, deloading the actual inch and trying to reduce the deload. And I've been doing one speed day with a smaller bell for just just periodically a few reps, not to burn myself out, but just to grease the groove a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm inching closer and closer to it, pun intended. But I'm not there. I'm just closer than I've ever been. So.
What are you able to do with the actual inch right now? Are you breaking it off the ground on a regular basis?
Well, I can break both bells off the ground, but I mean, I'm getting centimeters off the ground. It's not like I'm getting, any significant air with it. Like I saw like the progression with pork chop, like he was able to get it up to his like mid calf, and then it was maybe 2 months after that where he was able to lock it out. So, and I mean,
you should consider his diet regimen.
Well, that's actually where I'm coming from. He and I were just at Sonny's barbecue. They have all-you-can-eat barbecue chicken, and I think he was on his 6th plate or something.
Oh my gosh!
I was like, look, man, I gotta go. I gotta go. I was like, I gotta call with Jedd and Alan. I was like, I gotta go. You stick around. You keep eating whatever you want to do, but I'm out. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Maybe a big bulk session that might be enough to push you over the edge.
Well, the thing is my thick bar is going up and my weight is going down. So, that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, that's goal number 1. Do you want me to go with goal number 2, or you guys want to share your goal?
Let's hear one from Alan.
Okay. Well, I never revisited, my results from last year. So.
Well, I was afraid to too, bro. So I don't blame you there. Go ahead.
So as I remembered, I didn't go back and listen to the show. I didn't have a chance. But I remembered saying that I wanted to get back into kickboxing again, which I've done. I actually started doing that. And I wanted to get to actually lifting the blob, which hasn't happened. I haven't gotten back there. I've been really close. And then with regards to the baby inch, that didn't happen in 2019, but Devin was here yesterday, and I actually finally lifted that thing, and I got it 3 times, no video, but I do have a witness. I wouldn't ordinarily like to just say this without the video, but it's really not like that much of a world-class feat when you think about it. I'm not claiming to lift the inch, it's the baby inch. So, but it actually happened, and next time I will be ready with the video, camera rolling. It's one of those things where I've tried so many times, it's never done shit for me. It's maybe come up to my knee, maybe almost all the way there, but nothing definitive. And it actually finally happened.
Yeah.
So, so some of mine.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was huge, and I tell you, it's been a couple weeks since I've actually trained, and that was probably for whatever reason, it seems like training less is actually working for me right now. I don't know why. I love grip training, and I could do it. I feel like I could do it every day of the week, but I just don't see the progress like some other people claim to do. And it seems like a lot more rest in between workouts is kind of actually, though it was unintentional, seems to be making a difference right now. So, which sucks. This is the sort of stuff that I want to be able to roll out of bed one day, wake up and just lift these things, and but it's looking like that's probably not going to happen. I'll have to spread things out a bit. But so for my first goal.
It's funny.
Oh, go ahead.
No. What I was going to say is it's funny because I can remember having that exact same thought. Like, I'd like to be able to go over to these implements and just lift them up at will, kind of thing. And so yeah, I get that. I get the desire to be able to do that for sure.
Yeah, because for example, when Devin was here yesterday, I mentioned I want to lift it, and he says, "Oh," and he just grabs it and picks it up and sets it down in front of me like absolutely nothing. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Right. Bastard.
And no issue with it at all, And but anyway, so my goal now for this year is actually start lifting this thing with more consistency. So that way, one, it's kind of an every workout kind of thing. It's just something that I can warm up to and actually hit. That's going to be my first goal this year. So I actually I'm going to focus on less grip things, different grip things, and just more on the couple in particular that I'm after. So.
Yep. Good for you. That's it. What's the primary?
That's going to be it for right now. Is more consistency with the baby inch. So it can be a dominated kind of thing. This way, when I'm on this conversation and you say, Al, you're a damn liar, there's no way, I can say, oh yeah, and I just go and chalk my hands up and, run the video and send you the video clip. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, yeah, that sounds like me. I sound like that. But yeah, I mean, that's good. I think you'll get there for sure. I do.
Yeah, I sure hope so. It's something I've.
Yeah, that's kind of where, like for me, thick bar wise, left-handed. I was never consistent with it, and since I've been just training it consistently now, I'm finally getting to the point where I can pretty much just walk over to the baby inch and pull them. So
yeah,
it's going to happen.
That would be.
It's not going to take long.
This is one clarification I should make. This only happened with my left hand. I hopped it with the right, but it was not both hands kind of thing. My left is the only one that seems to cooperate when it comes to thick bar. So the right's got a learning disability for some reason.
Jedd, I'm going to make the first addendum to Alan's goal.
Okay.
That's okay? Can I make an addendum?
Mm-hmm.
Alan is going to farmer's walk 2 baby inches. That's what he's going to do. That's what he meant when he said that was his goal.
That's a neat one. I like that, actually. Yeah, that's good.
I like it too. It's going to happen.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. It might mean I'd have to buy another baby inch or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, or you can come by. We got 2 of them, so come by.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So what about you, Jedd? Do you want to start or you want to wait till the end?
No, I'll go right now. The first one for me is I got to get back to lifting the 2 25-kilo plates. I haven't been able to lift those to lockout in probably a good year. And I got stopped really hard in my tracks yesterday when I gave it a couple tries. So that narrow, I'm going to call that narrow pinch. That's a really narrow feeling for me.
Narrow.
I was not able to get that off the ground at all in several tries. And then I tried the old school Yorks, and I was able to break them off the ground like 6 times. So I'm definitely in a spot right now where that narrow pinch is a liability for me, really. And it's weird because working on the flask feels fine, but working on those plates, it just feels totally different, and they're like almost the same size. So it's not crossing over for me, and I don't know why. So I look back, and I have not done a tremendous amount. I haven't done even a small amount of just specific work with the 225s. So, I mean, I just got to get that back in there.
Well, I know.
That's why it went away. That you weren't working on it and lost it. It was just you just hadn't been. Okay.
Right.
Because I've had that feeling where I've been doing things, and all of a sudden it disappears on me, and that's a maddening moment. Hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've always been the kind of guy that I was very inconsistent with stuff in athletics. Like the one thing I talk about a lot is like being able to touch the rim in like 8th or 9th grade.
Yeah.
So I'd be able to jump up and touch the rim, and then like maybe for a week I wouldn't be able to do it, and then all of a sudden one day I'd be feeling good and be able to do it again. So I don't know. I'm just weird like that. I can do something once, and then I might not be able to ever do it again.
Well, the one thing I'd say too is, those 54 millimeters, that's a very narrow pinch. I know it's whatever 3 millimeters or whatever less than the flask, but that does make a difference. I saw what I did see this week was the King of Pinches training partner, Luke Raymond.
Yeah.
Managed a double with those 255s.
Right.
So.
Yeah. He's looking good in there, and it's just that width, that power at that width is just bad for me.
Yeah. Is he the Prince of Pinch?
There
is no Prince. There is no Prince of Pinch. No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, speaking of Luke,
well, I think
did you see that Simpsonified picture of him?
Oh yeah.
That somebody did. That was awesome.
Yeah.
He's all green and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to see one of Jedd. That would have been funny.
Dude, I have one made. I have two made.
You got one? Yeah.
I've had two made.
Yeah.
The same guy made them. It's Hector Beltran. My profile picture right now on Facebook is one of my Simpsons. It's a King of Pinch Simpson.
Oh, I got to take a closer look at that. Let me make sure we get brought up here.
Yep, it's pretty great.
Yep. And I had one made with the double old school Yorks before.
Huh.
Yeah, so if you look in my Facebook profile picture folder, you'll see both of those. That guy's cool, man. He's really fast. He was able to whip that. He was able to whip that King of Pinch one up in like just a few hours.
Nice.
Yeah. We might we had some other guy do it, but I was thinking like it would be good to get a new pickup artist's version of The Simpsons, especially now that we have Pork Chop in the mix. So it's like, you know, we can add him into the picture, into the painting. Jason's got like it hanging up in his garage. It's pretty great. So
cool.
But
I'm the same guy did yours, James?
Do we go with no, the guy who did ours, Jason found some website and he did it. But I wasn't happy with it really because I didn't think it looked like us. I think like Gary looked like Gary, but you know, Gary's got a bit of a unique look to him. So kind of hard to miss that one. You know, Gary's got a few traits that he just doesn't seem to share with other people, you know. So that worked out, you know, well for him. And Bob looked like a movie star. And then, like, Jason and I just look like two frumpy fat guys, which I guess we are, you know. But, so I don't know. I just kind of looked at it. I was like, that doesn't look like me. But his daughter was like, yeah, that looks like you. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, all right. So I don't know. Maybe I should, for my own, as a boost to my self-esteem, I should have Hector Beltran do a new pickup artist version picture. So maybe that's what I'll do.
Give it a try. Look into it.
What do you think, guys?
Let's go number 2.
Second goal, or?
Yeah, hit it.
All right. My second goal, even though I've been told no one cares about it, and, you know, I mean, I don't really care about what anyone else cares about, but I would like to hit 120 on the lever top. That's one of the goals that I said last year was that I wanted to go to the 111, 112 range on the goal and prediction show, and I wanted to break the existing world record on it. I did that last year. So right now, like tomorrow, I'm going to take an attempt over 116. I think I can get to 120 because I've been training it ever since the AGP, the Arm Highland Grip Strong Wrestling Power Games. So I want to hit 120, and I want to do it at some point this year.
Nice.
Sounds otherworldly, bro. Sounds huge. Dude, it looks like it freaking hurts so bad, bro, when you're doing that shit. It
does, but like, you know, from like all the years of arm wrestling and stuff, I'm just such one thing, like if you arm wrestle a lot, especially if it's like a lot of, you know, you're taking a lot of impact on a weekly basis, sometimes 2-3 times a week, like your tendons always hurt pretty much, you know. So then when you're doing stuff that would normally hurt your tendons, I mean, it hurts, but it's just like, oh, I've had this before. This is going to suck. I'm going to feel like I have a toothache in my elbow for the next week, but, you know, what are you going to do? You know, so, yeah, I think I've built up a pain tolerance to it, so I think that's helped.
How do you train that in particular, James?
Well, what I do is I focus on, instead of doing reps, which I've tried with limited success, you know, I even tried to do sort of a Wendler 5-3-1 with it with reps. What I started doing instead was I just stuck almost primarily with isometrics. So right now I'm trying to get more than a minute, like a minute to a minute and a half of time under tension with just about 90 pounds I'm doing. So it's like I don't obviously do it with one lift. I might do a lift and hold for like 15 seconds. and then the next one might be 10, and then it could be, 8, but by the end of it, I'll have more than a minute of time under tension, usually somewhere between a minute and a minute and a half, after 8 to 10 individual sets of it. So that's what I've been doing, and I've gradually been micro-loading that on the way up. So I'm at about, with those holds, I'm at about 10 pounds more than I was when I started training for the lever top last year. So the goal is 120. I kind of feel like when I'm in the 95 range for those long holds, I'll be able to do it. So, I'm gonna see what I can do tomorrow with 116 to 117.
Sure. Is this going to be
don't tear something?
You planning for like a competition lift of this, or is this going to be like a training lift? What's your plan?
No, I'm just trying to. I want to get there for me. I mean, I don't.
Okay.
It's not something that's even contested, and I don't really think. It's like you guys had said in the Feats of the Year. It's not really a lift anybody cares about. So, I'm just doing it for me. I'd like to get there.
Sure. Okay.
Alan, number 2.
Me?
So,
all right.
Alan?
So I'm gonna keep the blob on my list. I need to get back to focusing on that and actually attacking it. So that's still my thing. I would. Well, no, I'm not even gonna bother making like a prediction out of it where I do like a baby inch and blob lift or anything like that at the same time. But I would just settle for lifting an actual blob with consistency, like what I can hit the hexes. Those are pretty much gimmies at this point. But the blob was always a once in a while kind of thing. So that's my focus.
That's good.
That's always been a huge thing for me. That's one of the things that really got me into this was seeing people, Jedd in particular, seeing him lift the blob. So I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know. I just love it. It's hard to explain. It's always been fun and a fascinating item. So.
And then which hands are you looking for with that? Is that going to be bilateral or
settling for the left would be good enough. I've never lifted it. With the right.
Okay.
So that's the thing too. But it is my right hand. It's so weird like that. I don't know if it's just a little bit smaller actually than my left, but it can do that. It can do like the smaller, like 100 hexes. But when it gets to the wider ones, it really seems to struggle. So, yep. But I mean, that would be my long-term goal is to do all this stuff with both hands. But it's enough just if I get it with one,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's another really good goal. That's another milestone feat.
Well, and I fall in line with that as well, Alan, because my number 2 goal is to lift the 140, the half 145 and 150 legacy blobs this year.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that I could work on this year, but I really want to focus. So that's going to be one of them, I believe, and those are going to be my last feats that I talk about for goals. So what's interesting is both the 145 and the 150 feel very, very similar. There's not a big jump in size from the 145 to 150 that I can really perceive. So I almost feel that the 150 has a little bit better texture. So there may be a possibility that I end up doing the 150 first, especially right-handed, because gripping these, I can feel without a doubt that when I take a grip right-handed, like the textures of the paint of the blobs, it's better where I put my right hand than where I put my left. So I think that is going to be a big factor in whether I'm able to successfully lift these things up. I think you'll see lifts right-handed long before left, and I don't think it has anything to do with like the strength of my hands, just literally the texture of the blobs in those spots.
Awesome.
Sure. How close are you now?
Let's see. I think I got to 9 pounds with the 145 on the scale. So
okay. All right.
That's from doing nothing, man. That's from doing no block weight work. I mean, maybe a month ago, there was that day where I tried some blob snatching, and I mean, I'm at the point now where I've lifted so many huge blobs that the blob feels small. So I can pretty much snatch it on like my second try anytime that I want to. So that wasn't even really too much of a workout. If anything, the stuff that's been more geared towards the blob stuff is like just the Iron Mine block work that I've done in the past, or in the recent past, I should say, in recent months.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah, any feat that you can do that only one other person in the world has done and, you know, can probably do, that's a major feat.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and I think Yesay Opinionen will be really, really close on that this year and most likely get it. I know he was saying that he was breaking the 145 off before he injured his thumb. So I'm sure we'll see him get it this year, at least the 145. I can't remember if he has a 150 or not. He may have one. Yeah. He and Thomas Larson both bought a bunch of them from me. I just kind of lost track of who got what. So.
Well, you're going to run out of block weights pretty soon then. When you hit those, what's left?
Yeah, well, so the options there will be like doubles. So I have Paul Knight's clone. You guys know what a clone is?
Yes.
Fat Man
but you
clone.
Can talk about it. I want to hear about a clone anyway.
Yeah, so
I do know.
There's a guy from I think Northern Jersey, Chris Bowman, who got a hold of a Fat Man around like 2009 or 2010, something like that, and he got some clones made, which were he got a mold made out of a Fat Man and then cast a bunch of them. So I'm pretty sure his have the bottom flat spot so they don't roll all over the place. It's been a while since I used them, so it's hard to tell. And one of the things that I was working on, I think in 2014 or 2015, was lifting two of them at the same time, and I never ended up getting it.
I thought you did.
I don't think I got it.
I was sure I saw that.
Really?
Your one clone video that you post, that pumps me up. I watch that once in a while before I'm going to go hit some grip stuff. Yeah. Where you kind of sit there and you sort of kind of amp yourself up. It's like clone. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember that video? Oh, damn it. I'm going to get that and send it to you because that's the most epic video ever. Where you got all ramped up.
That's funny.
I can't believe you don't remember that.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I got to see if I can find this right now. I don't think it's on TGA. I think it's actually on YouTube.
That's funny, man. So I'm searching like double clone with my name on YouTube, and it's not coming up. So.
Oh, I could.
Oh, there's one where it says clone ! So this might be it. I'm not sure. Of course, there's an ad on it, so I can't watch it, and I can't skip through either. So.
If I can find it, I'm
gonna. Is it 8 years ago, Alan?
It's quite a while back. Yeah, it's quite a while because it's still in your garage. And oh man, I gotta. It might be on my phone or something like that, or I don't think it's on.
No, this is the one, dude. I'm shouting clone over and over.
Yeah, over and over again. Yeah, that's it. That's it right here.
This is the one I'm shouting clone over and over again.
But it keeps coming. It gets better because you like really get into it. Are you watching it now?
What the hell, man? I don't remember this video.
I love this video.
Hey, Alan,
because you kind of start like moving around and stuff.
That's crazy.
What's that, James?
Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Jedd can't remember something.
This like rates right up there with the Blobzilla lift. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, did I do that?
No, I remember the Blobzilla. You're talking about when I flip out. Afterwards, right?
Yep. But this one's better because you get all ramped up and then you nail it. It's really a funny one to watch. Like this is the kind of video you watch, James, before you go take an attempt on like the lever top or the inch dumbbell. Because it kind of jacks you up. Yeah.
That's the plan then. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yeah, it helps me. It really does.
I have so many freaking videos. Yeah, so I definitely do not think I got the double clone, bro. I don't think I did.
You hit that. I was sure you hit that at like Gripmas or something one year because somebody else brought theirs specifically so you could lift it, I thought.
Oh, you know what, dude? So here's a Roboblob and Fat Man clone at Gripmas. That might be it. But like I think there was one out there that was like damaged and it was like had a straight side on it or something like that. It might have been Dave Thornton's. If I did that one, then there's a big difference between that and like mine.
Oh, okay, all right.
So, but if you find the video, send it to me because I'd like to see it. Because if that's off the list already, then I don't want to waste my time with that.
I might be misremembering, but if I stumble across it, yeah, I could have swore that was the thing, but
right,
yeah, because I wanted one of those clones really bad. And there was a guy in the grip board that had one, and I approached him about selling it, and he didn't want to. Mm-hmm. And I get it, but he didn't want to part with it.
Yeah,
so
the guy only made like 10 of them. I think he only made like 10 of them.
What was his grip board name, Jedd?
Sheepers. I don't even know.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to hear you say it. It's not really appropriate here, but it was a. You remember that? It was all your
pussy hurts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that as a grip board handle.
Yeah. Yep. I remember now. Yeah. Well, sure enough.
But he dropped off. I wanted one of those really bad, and I would still, if one was out there, I'd be really, if the price was right, I'd be inclined to move on it. But I suppose between the steel blob and the red pill, those are pretty good substitutes anyway.
The red pill just popped up on social media the other day. Someone hadn't seen that they existed yet. I forget who it was already, but someone just became aware of those. I think it might have been Jokabug, John Oka.
Oh, yeah. They're nice. I wish the guy would make like one more size up, maybe get like 65 pounder or something like that.
Uh-huh.
That could be pretty cool. I mean, that would be, not many people are going to lift that thing.
Does your paint still come off yours, Alan?
Well, no, see, I can't really use mine the way that you can, so I don't know. I'm not able to really work it to know that difference right
My
now.
hand is like orange when I'm done training on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I just hadn't run into that.
Right.
Eventually it'll probably just all be more or less worn off with it. I don't think he used probably a real serious paint for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a really nice. He did a really nice job on it when he made them.
Yeah, the implement's great.
Yeah.
All right, James, you want to do your third one, buddy?
Yes. My plan is to, from the back of a 12-pound sledgehammer, pick it up from the ground into a lever, and gradually lower it back down to the ground. That one's probably not going to happen till towards the end of the year, but that's another one I'm doing this year.
Is there a name for that hammer lift?
Yeah, we call it the Miller lever.
Miller lever.
Yeah. I did a double with a 10-pound sledge, but man, I wasn't able to do a 10-pound sledge until I could do like 5 or 6 with an 8. So I think it's going to be a while, you know what I mean? But I'm gradually working my way back down the 12-pound sledgehammer, and my plan is to get it before the end of the year. I want to go 3 for 3 this year. So
cool. That's a rare feat, man. I don't know if I can't remember, but I don't think I've seen anybody do that. Can you think of anybody that's done that?
Well, I've seen Robert Miller do it with a 10-pound sledge.
Mm-hmm.
I did a double with a 10. I haven't seen anyone do a double with a 10.
But not with a 12 at all, right? Not even a single.
No, like I know Michael Thomas, he can do a really strict one with an 8. He might have even done a double. He's got a super strong wrist when it comes to radial deviation strength. There's been a few guys, I don't know the guy's name, I think it's Dimitri something, who has done it with a 8-pound sledge, but I've never, I haven't seen anyone else do it with a 10. So yeah, a 12 will be kind of off the charts. I'm just kind of at a point now where I can do it
the back of my 12 with a quarter on it to a chair. So I'm getting there, but the plan is to be there and maybe beyond at the end of this year. So
cool, man. Uncharted territory. I like it.
Yeah. Is Joe Sullivan still doing much with Spliggers? Haven't heard much from him in a long time.
So I know that he took his Instagram down, and I think he was only posting on YouTube. So there could be something up there. Not sure.
Okay.
Not sure.
Yeah, Joe is better with levers to the nose, like with the he's. I don't know. I've never seen anybody better than Joe, except for maybe Slim, and even that's close. I think that's debatable. But in terms of the ulnar deviation, that's his thing. But the radial deviation, not so much. I mean, he's strong there, but he's just not, at that level. So
sure. Okay.
What about you, Alan?
I didn't really have anything really else planned. Those are the two main things that I'm looking to actually deal with and stick with this year. So I just want to focus a little more specifically on some stuff and leave some of the broader strokes out of it, so I can maybe make more headway with these things. It's been a lot of my issue in the past is probably just doing too many different things.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely, that's my problem as well. No doubt about it. Not being able to focus, and then constantly adding more contests and stuff like that. It just kills me.
Well, yeah, because these goals are always on my, they've always been on my list, and but I've never really focused specifically on them. There's been so many other things that I've been afraid to almost lose in the process, like being able to, hub plates and stuff like that. I think I just need to get past that and actually, get my sights really set on these things and see what can truly happen. So. I guess time will tell.
The only other thing on my plate, dude, is I want to win North American Championship again this year. Eric Reynolds. That's my first boss when I worked at the beef plant. Eric Reynolds. Wow. Eric Rusine is putting together an amazing North American Grip Championship. So we've already begun working on some of those lifts, and I got a lot of work to do, but they're going to be a big part of my training going forward until June. And then after that, not sure what will happen contest-wise, because we've got some trips planned and stuff. So that's what I'm looking at, brother.
That's good.
Nice.
That's good. I like it. Are you guys okay with me talking about some of the other pickup artist goals?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'll fire away.
So Jason today bent his first red nail in doubles. So, his goal, he wants to cert on the red nail. Gary wants to cert on the gold nail, and I think he's about 94% of the way there. So he's again, it's like, he's been, I think he was not, this time the last year he was probably close to 90% there. So, it's a slow climb, but I think he's definitely got the patience and resilience and pain tolerance to do it. Might we see the person who hates grippers more than James, Bob Sundin? Might he be convinced at the age of 60 to cert on the number 3 gripper?
Oh,
yes. This is the kind of things we're talking about. Also, trying to make it so that everybody at the Fine Iron Yard, all the pickup artists, figure out a way to lift the inch this year by the end of the year. So
that would be cool too. Yep.
Yeah. So that's the plan for us. And I think Pork Chop's other goal is he wants to pinch a 45-55 and hopefully get to a point where he can do 255s this year. So, and I wouldn't put it past him.
Nope, I wouldn't either.
Nice.
Got a bright future, that boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, on the subject of the gold nail, has anybody actually tried to cert that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There was a guy named Danny Young had bent it under cert conditions, but I guess there was some debate about it. And I think he was honest about it. I think he said it was a soft batch of gold nails. I think it was hot rolled steel because of the way that it bent. A lot of people said it looked like hot rolled steel. But I think he's the only one that's done it in singles in the time limit, and it was a grade of steel that, would not have been even close to an actual gold. So,
but
I mean,
never,
I know. Well, go ahead.
Never somebody actually made the arrangements with Iron Mine, though, to take a stab at it under there?
I don't think anybody else has done it under cert conditions to be, even, in the right position to request it, Alan. Like, people got excited when that kid bent the gold last year, but it ended up being the wrong stock, and and that was part of the conversation that we had with Gary, I believe, when he was on.
Right.
We touched on that. So, because didn't he bend one too, James?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He bent it, and it would have been under cert conditions too. But he did it just to show, like, look, it's not the same batch, and he wouldn't want a cert on it, essentially. And Gary's that way. I mean, the guy's just he's full of integrity, and he's a good guy like that, and he wants to do it the right way, and he knows that everyone gets derailed with the gold because getting that last 10% on that bend, is just. I mean, it might take people years before they can get there, and he's willing to put in the time, so I think he'll get there. I really do.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that's going to be coming from the yard this year, from the great Iron Yard.
The Iron Yard, so it has a formal name now.
Yes. Well, it's had a formal name for a while. I think we probably just never talked about it. But I believe Jason named it. I think Jason's training facility is the best. It is the Pachyderm Palace, and it's called that because he makes elephant noises when he does certain lifts. So, and since he's a very hairy gentleman, we call him Hairy Elefante. So yeah.
Wow. The Pachyderm Palace.
Yeah, we're not taking shit too seriously down here, Alan. That's what's happening.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, I think that's it for goals.
Cool. Well, I think there are some pretty awesome goals, and like we said, we want to hear what everybody else is working for this year, so make sure to put them in the comment section below because it's cool to see what everybody's working on. It's cool to see where everybody wants to go. I like to see that. I like to feed off that. So please, everybody, put your comments down in the comment section with your goals listed. Let's do this.
Yes, and I know we talked about potentially doing like a predictions kind of thing too, and I would like to say beforehand, I absolutely look forward to seeing what Carl August Mertz does this coming year because that guy's just been turning it on lately. I don't know if you've been watching his Instagram. It's been like, my gosh.
He's an animal.
He's an animal. Yeah, I shudder to think what he'll be able to do this year. Dave Shamey's another one. I wonder if he'll get to a point where he can credit card a 4 this year. I wouldn't put it past him. So that and obviously everyone else because I mean when we looked at the feats of the year this past year, compared them to the year before, it just everyone stepped up their game so much it was unbelievable. So really look forward to seeing what happens this year in the world of grip.
No doubt. Well, cool, man. Well, I thought that was a good little rundown. I like hearing about your goals, so we'll be looking for updates, guys. No doubt about it. Alan, the show's yours. Take it away, brother.
All right. Well, that is it for episode 122 of This Week in Grip. Hope everybody liked it. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below, and we'll see you next week with another one. Talk to you later.